Hey, what's up, rail fans? It is Saturday and happy National Train Day. I'm starting this little adventure in a different spot, but not too far off. Welcome to Helena. Like many cities starting, Helena is one of those locations that came to be due to the railroad. Sitting in both Jefferson and Shelby counties, it was 1877 the town was initially incorporated. But unfortunately, it had to reincorporate itself in 1917 after some errors that were made in the initial incorporation papers. The population was not recorded separately in the U.S. Census until 1920, reflecting the later date of incorporation. I'm here in historic downtown Helena at milepost 409 on the S&A South Sub, near Buck Creek. The subdivision, named after the South and North Alabama Railroad, is the predecessor of the L&N, the Louisville and Nashville. More about Helena: minerals like coal and iron ore was dug up throughout this area, and thanks to the construction of the L&N Railroad, it provided transportation connections, in resulting Helena becoming an important industrial center for the wartime efforts. Regarding Buck Creek, a rolling mill was built around 1864 to process the iron from Selma, Alabama. Other than that, not much action is going on with the exception of a high railer heading towards Parkwood Junction. Hopefully, once he heads off the tracks and in the clear, that gates will open. Well, I do hope so. It is National Train Day. Alright, now we get some action. A good line of auto racks. This is Q224 heading north. Oh man, I just missed the head end of Q143. That's it on the opposite end of Buck Creek. And yes, the Lineville sub runs through here as well. Both subdivisions run near and even crisscross each other before going separate ways after passing through Pelham. Okay, I was ready for this one. This is Q514, a mixed freight heading north with an SD50? Wow, it's good to see those still running. Of course, I'm going to stop at my usual spot in Pelham just to see if I'll catch anything, since the signals are much easier to see. And already seeing a clear signal on the SNA, but what came sooner was on the Lineville, Q029. Coming from 59th Street Yard in the Windy City of Chicago, this train is on its way to Fairburn, Georgia, just like those BNSF intermodals you usually see in my videos. Then it was back to the SNA with some empty coal. This is E249. Also, I did not know that CSX had rented out that building once again. They used it before putting the Lee Street crossover in, as well as the part at Pond. I've been asked to leave, but I can't leave just yet because my car battery is dead. A short break in the action, but at the same time, I got a new battery for the car and the old one is out. But back to the tracks, they are going to be vibrating again. Multiple inbound trains, but I don't know who's going to be here first. Something will be coming south on the SNA as well as the Lineville, but something will also be coming north at the same time. So it could be a meet, I don't know yet, we'll find out. Then something caught my eye looking at the SNA. Murray was showing nothing but red, but looking further down at the Helena signal, it showed something other than red. It looked like an approach. Then dashing back here to the Lineville and looking at Lee's signal, it's showing a medium approach medium. It's for Q028. And wait a minute, is that Elijah as the conductor? Nice, good job, man. A tag-along wasn't far behind, and I know this is going to be causing a bit of congestion on the tracks. Dispatch is playing his hardest and best to keep these trains moving, telling a southbound to proceed as another will be taking the scenic route, in other words, crossing from the Lineville to the SNA. That being Q188 out of Fairburn. And look at that third unit. Not every day you see a war bonnet. And now that southbound I mentioned earlier, Q125, intermodal heading to my hometown, Savannah, Georgia. As monstrous as this train is, I was wondering if the DP is put on it somewhere. Just chilling here a bit, waiting for the action to pick up once again. While doing such, someone that lives in the area came up to me and asked about the train traffic. Apparently she gets caught up in the traffic when the Lineville trains block both crossings. She said she learned to tolerate it, but it isn't easy all the time, and I don't blame her. And now it starts. Been sitting at Magella from last I heard, and finally it's being let loose. This is Q521, and interestingly enough, look at the placement of that DP, if you want to call it that. Wow, probably the shortest train I've seen today compared to Q224. Now looking north on the same tracks and blending in with the green, we get more green. Clear signals. We got Q521's counterpart, a monster train, Q520. And coming north and a good copy on the wave. Absolute beast of a train. And to the conductor, thanks for the wave, man. Yeah, trains are cool, but they wouldn't be cool without the crews that moved them. It wasn't slowing down around here. Another is lined up to follow the manifest. I always call this the tag-along tactic. Just basically watching the signals improve aspects as time progresses. My plan was to hang out here at this spot until something came up. Then I hear someone call Clear Pond. And I couldn't tell who the ID was, but looking down towards the Lineville sub via SNA, he's already gone past Pond. So a mad dash to the other tracks and we get some pumpkins leading some stacks. This is Q185. on its way to Fairborn, but there's no time to sit around here. Back to the other tracks because the inbound northbound is about to make itself present. Work train W845, and don't let the first few cars fool you. You'll see why. And now the reason why this train is a work train with some good DP. Take a look. While this segment of the train passes through, I couldn't help notice a few drivers who are retired military veterans that were pointing out the military vehicles and transports and knowing what they do. And coming towards us right now is some empty phosphate, K811. One unit wonder on its way to the Bone Valley. Here at the Highway 52 crossing at Donut Joe's. While here, a nice elderly lady, a retired teacher at that, sat and joined me, telling me how she loves trains. I didn't know she had a flat, as her son was swapping it out. Montana has joined me, and we got a mixed freight, so to speak, if you want to call it that. This is Q651 coming south. Now you see why I said, so to speak, but 651 will be working Calera Yard and will be much, much larger than what we just saw. First, we get some empty phosphate going south, and now we get some empty coal going north. And wait a minute. I'm hearing a train called Clear Helena, Clear Murray. Wait, that's Q523. Oh boy, from the looks of this, they might be getting here at the same time. Lights and gates of both tracks are going down, so... Okay, we got a winner. By a nose, this is Q523 and E015. Okay, I was not expecting this. More military transport vehicles on the empty coal train. Okay, let me try something here. That was wild. I love it. And that's the thing that usually happens here in Pelham. They sometimes pass you at the same time. I got word that there will be 2 more out there, and I'm watching the sunlight slowly duck behind those trees until no more light. Well, with the exception of the ambiance. But right now the air is it just reminds me of camping so much. Goodness, I would love to do that again. And anyway, a bit of a wait, but here comes a local I know too well, A712. And he called Clearly Signal Donut Joe's. Love it, love it, love it. Last train on its way, and I was thinking it would be following the local, but it will be taking the scenic route. Medium clear. So that means medium approach medium at Lee. And coming from the Bone Valley, we get phosphate loads. Lots of it. This is K814. Here comes the DP. I guess that means it was shoving the train from the back. Wait, never mind. It was the midsection. This train is an absolute beast. Well, I guess that'll do it, and it never fails. The moment I pack up and leave, that signal is showing a bright high green. I was off to get me some chicken, and, well, the place was closed, so I'm back here. I'm staying near Donut Joe's where the lighting is good, and we get some grain empties. Coming our way, this is V299. Okay, grain and coal empties. And I was wondering why the train has not cleared the Pelham defect detector, and we see why. Well, this was a very good day. Was wishing for such and it did not disappoint. And thank you for the many updates, Montana, as well as your friend, the conductor that waved hello to me passing by. And good for you, Elijah, for becoming a conductor. And for those of you who happen to watch every single minute of this video, I greatly appreciate it. But feel free to like, subscribe, because it's almost summer and I want to bring more trains to the videos. With that said, I want to wish all of you a happy National Train Day, and here in Pelham, milepost ANJ 959.53 on the Lineville sub. Thanks for watching. Until the next milepost.